Welcome everybody to Mount St. Joseph Academy. As you can see, the Mountie logo up there on the wall, and it's boys basketball action coming up here tonight. Special night for a few reasons we'll tell you about. It's senior night, number one, and this is JV basketball. Right here we are watching as the Mounties take on the Leland and Gray Rebels. So this is Leland and Gray in that gray uniform, gray with the green as you see out there on the floor. Just getting underway with this JV contest. The boys varsity edition will follow. And as I said, a special night, and due to the fact that it is a senior night. So last regular season home game, generally a senior night where they honor their senior players. There's our first shot, our first basket too, and that was hit by a number 5 for Leland and Gray. And we have a varsity player, Maxon Wells, with the number 5, so I'll have to double check that here when I get the opportunity. But that was, I believe, Maxon Wells that just scored that first basket. So we have the Rebels up on top. Mountie JV's going to turn it over on their first possession. And we'll watch here as the Leland and Gray Rebels, JVs, work their offense here, just underway. First MSJ shot is up, and that one will be a little bit off the mark there as we see that one going out of bounds. Cash Fortier wearing the number 30. And I believe that was Cash right there that took that shot. As we said, a lot of these players play both JV and varsity, and quite often they'll switch it up here with the uniforms as well. They could have a different number for varsity as opposed to JV, but I'll double check that. I believe that was Cash. Write these down as we go. When we get the opportunity, we'll double check it. Out of bounds there by Leland and Gray. This is 40 are now top of the circle here for the Mounties. JV boys basketball action here at Mount St. Joseph Academy. Just one basket scored. Leland and Gray, the Rebels, up on top, leading 2-0. This is JV boys basketball action. Almost a steal. We get, it looks like it's going to be an out of bounds here at the sideline. So going to go back to Mounties on that Leland and Gray Rebel turnover. MSJ shot is up, and that one is good. So we're going to get our first basket of this ball game. That one hit by number 35. That's Isaiah Reed for the Mounties. Ties up our game at 2 apiece. Here's a drive and a Leland and Gray shot, which sticks right to the side of the backboard there. That was the number 22, which would likely be Tommaso Spitaleri. We'll get a double check on that. We're looking at Mountie coach Anthony Cavallari. So both teams just a little bit shaky here as we're first quarter action. A few turnovers we've seen. Leland and Gray Rebels with it, top of the circle, working their offense. Mounties look to be in a zone defense. Nice little dribbling move by Matthew Thomas, number 11 for the Rebels. Leland and Gray out of Townsend, Vermont. There's a pickoff by the Mounties, and that will be a beauty. Nice breakaway layup, nicely done by MSJ's Thomas Yadow. Thomas just reading that pass very clearly, picking it off, and nice quick break to the basket for the 2 on the layup. There's a whistle and a foul. All right, just a little discussion with the coach for the Leland and Gray Rebels. We'll run down the players and the coaches in just a moment here. As the Mounties with the ball in play with 3:36 left to go here, first quarter. MSJ's head coach is Anthony Cavalieri, and just a little discussion between the officials and Coach Jeff Gouger, who is the coach of Leland and Gray. He's looking for a timeout. Cash Fortier with the shot. This one off the rim, no good, and rebounded here by, there's our timeout. All right, so we have timeout on the floor. We'll show you the scoreboard here, and we have 3:30 left to go first quarter. It's MSJ 4, Leland and Gray 2. Timeout is over with. You're looking at the 5 guys on the floor here for the MSJ JV basketball team. We have 3:30 left to go here. First quarter, Mounties lead it 4-2. Here come the Rebels here. No full court pressure. Mounties back waiting on defense. All right, foul just called on Leland and Gray's number 22. That would be Tommaso Spitaleri. Inside MSJ's shot. I believe that was James Alt, number 33 on the shot attempt. All right, shot attempt, partial block on that one, blocked out of bounds. Off the Rebels, goes back now to MSJ with 2:34 left to go. This is first quarter action. We're at Martin McDonough Gymnasium for senior night. This is the JV contest. Seniors will be recognized in game number 2. Also understand they have a special ceremony honoring one of the soccer players on the girls team for a milestone. We'll see about that as part of our production as well. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up. Mounties, good effort down there. Nick Bauer underneath 2 shots. Nick got off a first one there, got his own rebound, back up on the second shot, hits that. All right, clock ready to start up again. 1:51 left to go here in the first quarter. 6-2. MSJ hitting that last bucket, so they lead it. Under 2 minutes left to go first quarter. JV boys basketball, Martin McDonough Gymnasium. MSJ defense doing a good job taking away that Rebel shot in the middle. Matthew Thomas gets in the middle for a Rebel shot. deflected and lost out of bounds by the Rebels. So here come the Mounties with 1:14 left to go first quarter. Cash 40er shot and a rebound. Looks like Isaiah Reed back to 40er over on the left side. Isaiah got a shot off, and then Cash 40er comes over there on the left side. They get him the ball, and he's going to hit that basket. He'll get 2 for that. So it's 8-2. MSJ JVs leading Leland and Gray. Rebel shot, Mountie rebound. Here come the Mounties. James Alt trying to get it down the floor, looking for a fast break opportunity there, and that one lost out of bounds. Out there ahead of everybody for the MSJ Mounties was James Alt. James not able to get to it. There's a final shot there. That one deflected, and that'll be the end of the quarter. So we'll show you the scoreboard after one quarter. Home team, MSJ JVs 8. Leland and Gray Rebels 2. Okay, 8 minutes up on the board. We're underway. This is second quarter action. MSJ 8, Leland and Gray Rebels 2. JV boys basketball at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. There's a Rebel shot underneath, a rebound and a travel all together. There is that was number 5 for the Rebels, Maxon Wells, that takes that shot. Got his own rebound. And looked like he slipped or fell to the floor, but they'll get him for a travel. So it goes back now to the Mounties, and this is Cash 40er bringing it over the half-court line. Almost gets away from the Mounties, but they recover it. All right, there was a Rebel shot by Maxon Wells. And then an out of bounds. Leland and Gray will keep it. They inbound from the baseline. Ball goes right there, top of the circle. Landon Goulet with the ball. Passes off. There's a shot right side. Tanner Sherman. Got a very young team here, young players on this team with a number of a few 8th graders out here playing, getting some experience on the high school level, which is nice. Out of bounds, keeps it with the Rebels. Nice play. Ball for MSJ goes into the paint, and Nick Bauer showing a nice move right there in the middle in front for a nice shot and 2. It makes MSJ now 10. Leland and Gray 2. Rebels having a little trouble getting some offense going here. Okay, several Rebel shots there. Looked like 3 shots. Tipped back up a couple of times. after the initial shot. Nothing dropping in there. Then a traveling violation keeps it with the Rebels. So they'll get another opportunity here with 6:11 left to go here. First half. There's a shot. This should be a couple of free throws. All right, Landon Goulet will be on the line, number 23 to shoot. Landon's going to get an opportunity from the foul line here for the first time tonight. MSJ foul is going to be called on number 33 for the Mounties, James Alt, picking up personal foul number 1. Shot attempt there by Isaiah Reed. Nice job with that left-handed shot. Not going to drop in, though, and we get a rebound. Coming down to the Rebels. Tommaso Spitaleri with the rebound. Couple of different shots there by Reed, not going to go in. Both after that initial shot, Cash Fortier took the first shot. There's one from the top of the circle at the other end. Tip back up there, not going to go. So still that one basket is all we have for the Leland and Gray Rebels here so far. There's a loose ball picked up by the Rebels. All right, nice little runner right there, and that is Tanner Sherman going to hit that basket. Been a while since we've had a Rebel basket, so 10-4 is our score right now as we come down to about the 4-minute mark left to go here in the second quarter. First half action, Martin McDonough Gymnasium. Loose ball in the middle, Spitaleri coming up with it. There's a shot. Matthew Thomas took that shot. Partially blocked on that one, a hand on that. I believe that was Phil Welsh defensively for the Mounties. That was a clean block. All right, one of the players for Leland and Gray shaken up there will be replaced in the lineup. Hopefully we'll see him back in here shortly. All right, there's a corner shot that, as you just saw, ended up on the top of the backboard, which is out of bounds. Back to the Mounties. 3:40 and counting left to go here. First half, second quarter action. This is Cash Fortier. Cash looking down low. I believe he's looking for Isaiah Reed, the cutter there underneath the baseline. Isaiah not able to get to it. That's an out of bounds. Back to the Rebels. All right, Rebels are going to pick up a foul. Fouls have not really been an issue in this game. That's the first team foul for the Rebels. Mounties with one team foul. So they inbound it here at the baseline. Here's Phil Welsh with it now for the Mountie JVs. Top of the circle, we're going to get a three-point try. Vincent Cavalieri. Actually, that was Thomas Yaddo, wearing number 5 on the JV roster. Okay, another foul on the line. Number 5 for the opponents, and number 5 is Maxon Wells. That will shoot 2. Landon Goulet with a shot. Rims out. The other end of the floor. Phil Welsh underneath. Rebound right back up. Then there is a foul. This, I believe, is James Alt on the line. Number 33 will shoot 2 as he got the rebound. Right back up with it. Gets fouled. As again, we'll double check these numbers here at the half. All right, a foul on the Rebels. One of your officials there has been reffing for many, many years. Ray Fish does an outstanding job. Good to see Ray still running up and down the floor. MSJ with the possession, inbounding it. There's Phil Welsh, right side of the free throw line. Good open shot. Going to chase down his own rebound. Mounties with a chance to reset the offense now. All right, that will be a Mountie travel on the rebounding effort. Isaiah Reed falling down there, and they'll get him for the travel. That gives us 46 seconds left to go on the clock here in the first half. So Rebels will have it back. Our score, if you're just joining us, is MSJ 11. Leland and Gray Rebels 4. JV boys basketball at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. Today is Senior Day. Last few days of the month of February. Last regular season home game on the schedule. Of course, MSJ, one of the top teams here in Division 4 in basketball, so there will be more boys games after this one, but that will be postseason. And another Rebel foul. Ten seconds left to go here in the quarter. First half action. All right, and there will be a shot. Maybe our final shot here is Maxon Wells hits it. There's one for the full length of the court there. So the last shot of the half will belong to the Rebels. And there is our score. It's halftime. It's MSJ JV's 11, Leland and Gray Rebels 6. We're at the half. Okay, just about ready to start our second half JV boys basketball action at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. And it's senior night here tonight on this middle of the week. We're a Wednesday night, getting right to the end of the month of February 25th today. Seniors will be honored in our second production. You can watch that one as part of our PEG TV production library as well. We do plan on recording that. But this is JV boys basketball. 33 is James Alt. Just double checking with the scorers table, get our numbers squared away. You do have players from JV and varsity going back and forth here. So 33 is James Alt. 15 is Phil Welsh. 11 Isaiah Reed. 13 Cash Fortier. 5 Thomas Yaddo. 4 is Will Moramando. Number 2 Landon McClellan. Number 1 is Liam Sear. 30 Cash Fortier. 35 Isaiah Reed. We're underway here. The head coach is Mr. Anthony Cavallari, and I believe we got most everybody we've seen out there. As we said, I guess there are new rules. You can play 6 quarters, the way I understand it, which allows you to play a little bit on the JV and then play varsity as well, or vice versa. There's a loose ball everybody's after, and the Rebels are going to come up with it. There's a whistle on a shot attempt. Matthew Thomas going to the basket with a shot, and he got fouled. Let's see if it's a shooting foul here. I guess it was before the actual shot, so it'll be staying with the Rebels. They'll inbound at the baseline. I'm going to run down that Rebel roster, too, when I get a second here. All right, nice little runner there by Landon Goulet, number 23. Did get a double check on those. I was going to say double check on those numbers on the other roster. There's one from Phil Welsh. Top of the MSJ circle. Shot goes out of bounds. Mounties will keep it. Yeah, that's a beauty. Got to fix the net right there as Mounties collect another basket. 14-8. MSJ with the lead. JV boys basketball. There's an out of bounds. Number 0 is Liam Doak. Number 3, Tanner Sherman. Number 11, Matthew Thomas. 15 is Casey Boyd. 24, Harrison Pop. We'll get you some more here in just a second. As Phil Welsh putting up a nice little runner right down the middle. Goes with that underhanded shot over the front of the rim and for the 2. Casey Boyd, as I said, 15. 24, Harrison Pop. 30, Travis Cook. 40 is Josh Berber. Ball top of the circle. This is Matthew Thomas with it. Matthew will pull up for a nice little jumper right side of the free throw line. Hits that bucket. And number 5 for Leland and Gray, the Rebels, is Maxon Wells. 22 is Tomaso Spitaleri, and 23 is Landon Goulet. So there you go. And the head coach, Mr. Jeff Gouger. There's a steal, a breakaway layup attempt. Isaiah Reed's going to collect a foul. And we'll have a shooter on the line. That'll be Landon Goulet. Fouled while trying to get that layup to go in. He'll get 2. So Landon will shoot 2. And the score, let's check that here. We've had a few baskets here while I've been talking here, trying to read you the roster. So it's MSJ, the home team, 16. Rebels, 10. Landon Goulet will get a shot here. Here comes substitution for MSJ. Landon McClellan is coming in. Landon gets a good bit of playing time here in the varsity level as well, so probably saving energy for that next contest. There's the second free throw, good. 16-11. We get a 5-point ball game. JV boys basketball. Ball goes inside in the paint, and we get a shot attempt, and there will be a foul on that. That's going to put us on the free throw line here for MSJ. James Alt will be on the line to shoot. James is going to get 2 shots, fouled while shooting. And Tommaso Spitaleri will get the foul. 4:58 left to go. We're in the third quarter. This is JV boys basketball action at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. Bit of a thin crowd here tonight so far anyway for this JV contest. Nice ball movement there by MSJ. They feed it inside. James Alt. Good positioning there in the paint. Moves around his defender very nicely, getting the shot up in for the 2. There's a Rebel shot and a rebound. Second shot up and out, back in again. Very nicely done. That's Landon Goulet. 2 shots. Second one was good. A little bit off balance there, but he got that one to drop in for the 2. Here's a Mountie shot. Let's see if this drops in. A little more shooting here, more offense here in this third quarter than we saw in the whole first half. All right, that's going to be a timeout coming from the MSJ bench. There was a loose ball, and some Mountie players there trying to get possession, and then Coach Cavalieri calling for the timeout from the bench. So we're looking at the MSJ bench, their timeout. We have 4:02 left to go, third quarter. MSJ JV's 18, Leland and Gray Rebels 13. All right, timeout is over with. Just as you saw, the ball inbounded and goes out of bounds almost immediately at the sideline. It stays with the Mounties, though. They will inbound with 3:58 left to go here, third quarter. All right, ball goes in the middle, in the paint. Shot attempt put up. Out of bounds. Mounties keep it. That was Landon McClellan on the shot. This is Landon right now with the ball for MSJ. Isaiah Reed will shoot for right side of the free throw line. Gets his own rebound, kicks it back over into the corner. Good ball movement. Cash 40 here. Corner shot. And that will be 3. And now they stop here just to fix the net. MSJ leading now 21-13. Okay, so we have a foul on MSJ, a hand check foul. A couple of substitutions coming in right now from Coach Cavalieri and the Mounties. 3:16 left to go, third quarter. Rebels inbound from the baseline. 21-13 is our score. And this again is JV boys basketball. There's one for 3, top of the circle on that. That's Matthew Thomas hitting that one for the Rebels. Oh, beauty. Nice spinning move there on the dribble. Tanner Sherman going to hit that nice basket for the Rebels. Makes it interesting here. Tightens things up. 21-18. 3-point ball game. There's Landon McClellan driving in baseline left side. A little floater over the top of the rim. No good. Got a rebound coming down to Matthew Thomas. Rebels started off very slowly offensively. Picked up a little bit. Definitely a good quarter for them. And just as I say that, they throw it away out of bounds at the sideline. All right, we have 2:06 left to go, third quarter. That looked like a pass into the middle. It was tipped. It went right up, almost went in. You heard a little roar out of the crowd there. Now a foul. And the Leland and Gray Rebels are going to pick up a foul. We'll have an MSJ player, Nick Bauer, on the line. Nick's going to shoot 2 here as he was fouled. Rebels, nice pass inside. They feed it into Casey Boyd, and that's Casey off the glass underneath for 2. Score is 22-20, 2-point ball game. Final minute and a half of the third quarter. We are at Martin McDonough Gymnasium, and there's a nice baseline drive and shot. They feed it inside under the MSJ basket. Going to get 2 on that by Thomas Yadow with the 2 off the glass. Couple of good attempts at the Rebel end of the floor, but that second shot going to go out of bounds. Shot taken by Tommaso Spitaleri there. Spitaleri got the good position. The rebound could not drop the shot in there. Out of bounds, gives it back to the Mounties as we approach the 1-minute mark left to go third quarter. Oh, Landon McClellan with a beautiful shot. 3 on that one, right off the square of the glass in. No doubt about that one. 27-20 now with that big bucket by McClellan. Okay, 20 seconds remaining to go here in the quarter. Now 15 seconds. McClellan drives baseline, kicks it out to Fortier. Let's see if he can get a shot off. He puts one up. Nice floater. Little 6'8" footer right there in for the 2. 4 seconds showing on the clock. Rebels shot comes from the half court. That's Tanner Sherman putting up that last shot, and that will end our third quarter. So it was a good one. And here is the score at the end of 3. It's MSJ JV's 29, Leland Gray Rebels 20. All right, here is fourth quarter action now underway. Martin McDonough Gymnasium. Good third quarter. Got to a 2-point match there for a minute, and then Mounties taking a lead, and they do it right there. Opening seconds and right to the basket. James Alt, number 33. Off the glass for the 2, 31-20 now. 11 points. It was a 2-point lead just a minute or 2 ago. Mounties with a nice little run here at the end of the quarter. There's 1 for 3. So we're going back and forth. That's Landon Goulet, number 23 for the Rebels. 31-23 now our score. MSJ with the lead. There's a steal by the Rebels. A one-on-one down the floor. Phil Welsh on defense, but right over the top is Matthew Thomas on the shot. Got around him. Good defense by Welsh, but a good shot also on the other side. There's one top of the MSJ circle. Going to go off the basket or out of bounds there anyway, and it's out off the Rebels. MSJ keeps it. Well, McClellan for a three-point try misses. Nick Bauer right there to clean things up. Gets the two. Rebels right in the middle. Shot all the way around the rim and right back out. Nick Bauer, good job on the rebound. There's another three. Left-handed shot up and good by Matthew Thomas. And we get a full timeout here. That's an MSJ timeout. So Mounties saw the lead go to just 2. Then it was back up to 11. Then a couple of good shots there, three-point shots. Now a timeout, MSJ. We'll show you the scoreboard. It's timeout on the floor once again. Mounties 33. Leland and Gray 28. All right, MSJ players coming out on the floor now, surrounding referee Ray Fish. You see the 5 Mounties right there. The Rebels still in their huddle on the sideline. Mountie coach Anthony Cavalieri taking a timeout after a couple of big threes there hit by the Rebels. So definitely some offense happening here in this second half. Mounties have possession here as they inbound. Clock restarts. Exactly 6 minutes left to go in this contest. Fortier for 3. Mounties rebound. This is back to Fortier. Welsh trying for 3. Maxon Wells with the rebound. Here come the Rebels. Loose ball. Fortier picks it up. Fortier in for the layup try with the left hand. Couple of defenders on him. One of them's going to get a foul here. Okay, so Cash Fortier will be on the line to shoot. That foul is going to be on Tanner Sherman. And it'll stop our clock with 5:12 left to go here in the ballgame. That first one good, 34-28, 6-point advantage, Mounties. Full court pressure coming from MSJ. Rebels very quick to get it in play and down the floor. Shot off. No good, Mountie rebound. There's a little collision there, getting a little close on defense there. We're going to have a Rebel foul. I'm going to guess that was Casey Boyd, number 15. It is on Casey. Non-shooting foul. MSJ's Isaiah Reed will inbound here at the sideline. All right, Rebels will inbound here after that out-of-bounds sideline. 4:33 left to go in the contest. Mounties steal on the inbound pass. Phil Welsh coming up with it. And there's Isaiah Reed for a traveling violation. Nice job there on a fast break and finished off by Matthew Thomas, number 11. Got the rebound on the first shot. Off the glass for the 35-30, 5-point ball game. Going to make a good 4 minutes of basketball here. That's what's left in regulation. Nice floater by Phil Welsh. Got some room there on that left side baseline, coming in with that little right-handed shot. 37-30 now. And this shot by Matthew Thomas. Mountie rebound. Reed driving to the basket. Goes off the glass for 2 more. One of the Rebel players went flying into the bleachers there and banged his head. So they are going to check him out right now. Seems to be all right. The problem being is there's nobody on that bench to go in there for him. Looks like they're going to finish this with 4 players out there. All right, they don't have a 5th player, so this is what they'll do here. 3:31 left to go here in the contest. Landon McClellan for a big 3. All right, Rebels work it around. They get a shot off. Maxon Wells putting that one up, missing. Mounties with a fast break down the floor. That long pass goes out of bounds. 2:54 left to go here in this ball game. 42-30, MSJ with a 12-point advantage. Isaiah Reed with a rebound, end-to-end, pops that one in. 2:30 left to go in the contest. Tanner Sherman with a shot. Rebound Phil Welsh. Long pass down the floor, looking for Landon McClellan. That one out in front of McClellan, which he can't get to, out of bounds. Gives it back to the Rebels with 2:09 left to go in this contest. Mounties lead at 44-30. The JV boys basketball at Martin McDonough Gymnasium. MSJ with a breakaway shot. Thomas Yadow going in for the 2 on the layup. Leaves us with 1:39 left to go in the contest, and we have a timeout by MSJ. 1:39 left to go. 46-30 they lead it. Timeout on the floor. More coming up. Okay, timeout just about over with. Leaves us about a minute and a half left to go here in the contest. Imagine we got a bunch of new players coming in here for the last minute or so, minute and a half. Rebels, as we said, had one of their players go flying into the bleachers and was holding his head there. They're a little short-handed, so they chose to finish the last few minutes with 4 players. So that's what you were looking at right there. Mounties with the rebound. Extra player on the floor, and Thomas Yada right there on the breakaway layup. Shot by Matthew Thomas. Down the floor, Mounties back to Thomas Yada once again off the glass for the 2. Final minute of our contest here. Mounties are going to take a JV win here from Leland and Gray. Really led from the opening moments. Rebels put up a pretty good fight in this one. They stayed right with it, closed it to as little as 2-point lead for MSJ early in that third quarter. Then Mounties with another run, and they lead it now by 20. Last few seconds of this ball game. This is Isaiah Reed, top of the circle. Phil Welsh. Looks like the Mounties are going to just let the clock run down. As we said, they have the extra player out there. Rebels did not have a backup on the bench, so they finish up with 4 players. Mounties just going to run it out and take away a win here today in this JV contest. So congratulations. Fun game to watch, and there the clock goes to 0. There's the final score. MSJ JVs 50, Leland Gray 30. And this has been a production of PEG TV. Hope you enjoyed it. JV Boys Basketball, Martin McDonough Gymnasium. Thank you for watching.